Hey, it's Adele from Let's Get Inkie, and oh, my voice is croaky today. I am getting over a sickness thing from the kiddo, so please excuse some croakiness here and there. We are jumping into the junk journal, and this is one of my favourite junk journal pages in this whole album. I absolutely love it. We're starting off super duper fast because I did 3 layers of gesso. I wanted this page to be very, very, very crisply white, and you'll see why in a little moment, or you probably saw on the thumbnail. Today I wanted to play with colour. I've been feeling very colourful lately and very experimental with colours that I don't perhaps like. My comfort zone is definitely pinks and blues. That's where I'm happy at. And ironically, my school uniform used to be pink and blue. Shout out to any very rare chance fellow Joey's girls who are listening. But our school uniform for sports was a hot pink shirt, which clashed hideously with my red hair and pasty, very pale skin. But pink and blues were just my comfort zone, and so I am starting with pink. I didn't say pink wasn't on there at all, but I do all of the colors. Do I do green? I'm pretty sure, because sometimes I do a bit of a sneaky and I go yellow, turquoise, and I just skip the whole green component. But I think I did do a bit of green in this one. Perhaps we'll see. But today I am using some watercolor, and watercolor palettes are so fun. No, I lied. I didn't do green. I skipped straight to blue. But because I used yellow and didn't clean my paintbrush properly, it came out as a turquoisey aqua, and so we're just rolling with that. But watercolors are so fun. If you don't have any in your crafty, arty stash or your journal stash, I highly suggest grabbing a palette. Watercolors can vary greatly in price. Some are absorbent. Is that the word? My brain's not working with words today. But some of the prices are freaking ridiculous. And I think to start off, I just grabbed a kids' art palette that I had for years and years from, I probably picked it up from Kmart or Big W. And they are fantastic for seasoned art journalists, for beginner mixed medialists, for everyone. And then if you like watercolor, then you can branch off into some other brands and things. But yeah, I highly recommend getting one and just having a play. I made sure that when I was doing the watercolor that my paintbrush was very wet. I was picking up a lot of water out of my water jar when I did the colors so that they would go all scoopily. I don't... Well, what am I looking for? Like, watery, I guess it would be the proper technical term, but we're going to go with schmoopily. And then I grabbed my matte gel medium, which is another, I think, must have for collaging, for journaling. And I got to work stickering. Now, this was so enjoyable. If you have not had the joyous abandon of just plonking a bunch of stickers down recently, do it. Create some sort of rainbow. You could use paper if you're not into painty mixed media things. You could use crayons. You could use pencils. You could use a piece of paper that has the rainbow stripes already on it, and just plonk a bunch of stickers that match each color. It is so fun. It reminds me of childhood, and I feel like it's unfair. We get to a certain age where it's not that it's not cool, because I don't really care what's cool, but it's kind of frowned upon to play with stickers and just do things for fun. And I'm so glad that we have found our community over here online where we embrace each other and our love of plonking stuff and playing with paper and just having a freaking good time, because the world is a stressful place, and every once in a while we need to just get a bunch of stickers and plonk them. That's my motto anyway. These are some little mushroom ones that I hadn't used before. So the flower ones and possibly the houses are by the brand, I don't know if it's Bandy. I say it wrong every time, Bande. and they're marvelous. I have many packets of them, and I think I have two of the same and then another one of a different one. I have the houses, I have the little mushrooms, and then I have one that's furniture, which I'm not as in love with because I find it harder to use. But basically, I just wanted to create this rainbow little scene in this colourful little land. This was just so fun to make. And oh, by the way, I am recording this voiceover with a kitten on my lap. If you don't follow me over on Insta stories, we got a kitten about 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago now. And his name is Artie, and he may pop up in videos from time to time because we like to joke that he's my only co-worker, and he sits on my desk, and sometimes he just feels the need to walk across. I don't think he does in this video, but I know he does in an upcoming one. But if you hear any noises or purring, he is right under the microphone. So once I had stuck everything down, I did a coat of matte gel medium over the top just to really stick everything down. I'm doing hand actions that like pushing something down as I make that noise, like really just like securing the washi flakes, because those little buggers are not trustworthy at all. Washi in itself is probably the least trustworthy art and craft supply that I have in my stash. Very, very untrusting of it, because the adhesive just often just one day it's there and then the next minute it's like, bye, and it just refuses to stick down anymore. So a matte gel medium just really helps give it a final coat over the top. Then I grabbed a pen. Now, I don't know which one this is, but I'm loving it at the moment. Is this a Pentel one? I'm not quite sure, but it's clicky, and I often find myself clicking the pen annoyingly. And my co-worker, the aforementioned kitten, often stares at me with great disdain when I accidentally mindlessly start clicking my pen. But I just wrote that over the top of the gesso, and I did also, of course, dry. I should say that I did the matte gel medium and dried it really, really well before doing my quote, just because once you write over a pen over matte gel medium that's not dry, then there's not much luck with that pen anymore. I've learnt that many times. I should have learnt the first time, but it's taken way more than I care to admit. Next up, I grabbed, this is my container of coloured pens. So recently I sorted and went through all of my mixed media supplies and made a mixed media Rascog like trolley cart thing. And I am loving it because everything's within, hand's reach. I did film a video for my Patreon on that, which was really some fun, crafty organisation, if you like that. And this container of coloured pens just sits on the top. And I find that now that I've sorted it, I'm reaching for it more, which is nice. I added some little sprinkly bits in here and there just over the top of the watercolour. And then I am figuring out what to do. So that D, the dragon page, is actually another one which is part of a triple process over on Patreon. So it doesn't stay looking like that dragon there. But I did this little pink border around it just to really, show that there is a flappy little bit and it's not one whole page. I'm enjoying having a lot of interactive bits in my journal. I've got one page left of this journal now, which is exciting to do. And then I'll be doing a chatty flip through over on Patreon, and then I might just do a music only one over here. And then I'll be making a new one, which I can't wait to do. Let me know in the comments, should I do a paper cover junk journal like this one is? Or should I use a vintage book and bind it into a vintage book? Let me know your thoughts. So this is the trifold from the previous art journaling video that we did. And I'm just using this little paper clip just to close it because it's a bit flippity flap. Thanks for watching today, peeps. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I'll see you for another one very, very soon. Bye.